Good day to you all, Greenbeak here, and welcome back to Wetherby. It is so fun to be back. It's been a while, it's been a bit of a week now, I'm sorry about that. Of course I do have uploaded different content here on the channel, and I much appreciate if you actually watch some of it. But anyways, the series is back, and we're back for episode 2, and we're doing something quite different today. We are, of course, as you know from the thumbnail, as you know from what I already built, and probably the title as well, we are building the pier today. And the pier in this build is very much inspired by the pier in probably no shock here, but the pier in Brighton. It's one of the more iconic builds in the entire town, or I should say city, and I wanted to recreate that to some extent, of course. I didn't want to go too, let's say, I didn't want to make it exactly like it is in real life, mainly because, you know, we are limited by the game, and also I wanted to take and do my own twist on things. However, the pier is inspired, and also this roundabout that we're building now is very much inspired by the roundabout that you see in Brighton. So yeah, call the police if you don't want it, but that's how we do it. So so today this pier, I found it on a workshop after scrolling a bit for a while. It's made by this guy called, I think he's called Renkov. I might just said that completely wrong, but he's the same guy. If you're watching Pug Gaming series Project Monaco, he's the same guy who makes basically most of his assets. Renkov. I'm sorry, but don't quite know how to pronounce that. But he made it. It's called I think like Weston on Mar, or the pier in Weston on Mar. It's so difficult to pronounce things now. Anyways, it's a pier from a city on the, I think it's on the west coast in Britain. It's inspired by this pier itself. However, it does work perfectly, in my opinion, for this kind of build. And it's, what I like about it is pretty generic. You could say like a town name or something on it, but just say Grand Pier in the front there. And so it works basically everywhere. You can put it and call it like a, you could call it whatever you like. So that's something I do like about that. Here you can see me working on this network tiling mod, and this this wall by, I think it's Lost Gecko who made this. And you will see me do this so much in the upcoming episodes, because this really is such a great way to like hide stuff, basically. Because I wanted to create the pier like on a height difference, like further down from that roundabout you see there. And of course, when you do that, you're gonna get some weird terrain, because, you know, that's how the game works, and the terrain is a bit weird. So this one, plus the Purple Asphalt by Ronix, of course, is absolutely great. I at that point I haven't yet downloaded the like ploppable asphalt, like grass version of it. So this is the asphalt version, and what I did was just basically put some grass decals on top of that one to make it look like grass, because I just didn't know they had a grass version of it. And there you can see me like working a bit with that wall, and just make it look a bit, I was about to say weird, but I wanted to like recreate like some wavy texture or something, or like make it look a bit cool, you know. So I wanted to do something else really, and also try to just make this area as nice as possible by plucking down some foliage. And I'm struggling a bit here because, as you can see maybe on the wall, that whenever I place these decals, these brick decals too close to the wall, you can see the decals like on the wall, and it's kind of annoying because, well, of course I don't want that. So yeah, I did like these brick decals, and it makes up for like a good waterfront, like a different color. Don't want it just to be pavement all over. However, it does look a bit weird when it gets too close to the wall, but I think I managed to do, you know, make it look a bit nice. And this road that's here, it's I did go ahead and say that only garbage trucks can get there, and I think I only said only like police cars and stuff like that. The reason behind it, especially with garbage trucks allowed to drive there, is because, I don't know if you know, but when a building has too much garbage, it will plop down these very ugly, very annoying like trash cans outside. And if you're wanting to create a pretty nice and realistic city, and your building starts plopping down these ugly trash cans like out on the road, it just it ruins the atmosphere. And if you build like stuff like I do now, like realistic cities and stuff, you probably do know about this. And I don't know, it's probably a mod out there that probably takes those away, but I try to go easy on the mods. I don't want to go ahead and subscribe to like 100 mods, just because you know, whenever there's an update, you know, you probably some mods all the time gets like not working and stuff like that. So I think at this point I probably have like 40 or 45 mods running in my city, and I also think I will probably expand that number whenever I go, because, you know, I always browse the workshop. It's one of my favorite things to do, and I always find these new cool like assets or stuff like that needs a mod to make it work properly. So you know, if that's excuse enough, then I'll of course go ahead and download that. So I just finished up detailing the beachfront and starting to work a bit more on these roads here, and I can see here me just trying to detail this very blank area right in the middle there, and I thought it turned out pretty cool. So very nice, very like simple detail, that one. Now of course I have to talk about the last episode, and I have to say thank you all so much for all your lovely comments and all your lovely feedback. I managed to like get 400 views on that within a week, and I also think I had like 14 likes and like 14 comments and stuff like that. And maybe, you know, that doesn't sound too much, you know, if you are YouTuber, you probably have a lot more views and a lot more subs than I do. But for me, it actually was pretty cool. Yeah, I think I managed to get like 9 new subs from just that video in like under a week. So yeah, I just want to say thank you, and you know, I really hope that we can get to know each other within the next couple of, I would like to say years, you know, because I don't think this project will go on for years, but I really love doing YouTube. I really like making videos, and yeah, I think this is really fun, and it's a nice hobby as well. So once again, thank you for coming in, and if you're new, go ahead and check out the last video. I basically just talk about the project and all, and it's you know, a nice way to start off this this series as well. So the link is always in the description, and it's if not, then it's probably, you can just go ahead and click over to my channel. Let me talk about what you see right here. I'm just doing some very quick and very easy commercial here. I'm using these buildings. Most of these buildings are either from Lost Gecko or a man called Rick 4000, or another as a creator called Mac Welchman, I think it's called. And this series just couldn't be possible without them, because I think every building or whatnot I placed down so far are made by them or something like that. Some of the roads I'll use later down the line is also made by some of them. So it was so great to have asset creators that constantly makes new and wonderful creations that fit whatever team you want. You can make a Russian city, you got asset creators for that. You can make a French city, a bunch of assets creators from France and whatnot. You can basically make whatever you want, because there always will be someone on the Steam workshop creating just wonderful and unique things. Now, of course, I have pre-recorded a bit, so I actually have episode 3 and 4 almost done. Almost. Just need to do some commentary and whatnot. But yeah, they will be out there pretty soon. So, I'd just like to say thank you all for watching. We are nearing the end here. Stay tuned for some nice cinematics here. If you haven't subscribed already, then consider doing so, and also maybe leaving a like and some comment. I love getting some feedback from you guys. Anyways, thank you all for watching. I'll see you soon. Bye.